This video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. This is going to be a map update video on Hof Bergmann. Hof Bergmann was recently updated to version 1.0.0.6, and I thought that it would be important to do a video kind of bringing everybody up to speed. I think maybe the first video we did might have been on version 1 or version 1.0.0.3, something like that. So a lot has changed in the last 5 months or 4 months since the previous update. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Now, when you download this map, you'll download it as a RAR file or a RAR file, and open that up. If you have WinZip, it should open up. If you get WinRAR, WinRAR, that'll open it up also. 7-zip will open it up. Basically, put those mods into your mods folder, and then you'll be ready to go. So this map is fully seasons and straw harvest compatible. We're not going to load up seasons, but we will load up straw harvest. Take a look here and see what other mods. So included with the download is the Fendt Favorite 500, legal rear deck, the auto load belt. Also have obviously the map itself, John Deere Gator Pack. We have a special edition Kramer. We have the LS/FM Universal Tank Pack, Universal Trailer. Have the manure system is a required mod. It is not included with the pack, but you'll need to go out and have that update. Also have included with the mod portable toolbox. Go ahead and launch the map. Go ahead and pull up the log. Now, this video is not going to cover every single aspect of the map and how to do everything because there's just so much in this map. One single video, there's no way you could cover it all. But hopefully this video will give you a good overview to get started. I do very, very strongly recommend you go to the LS Farming-Mods website and take a look at the changelog that is respective to version 1.0.0.6, because one, the changelog is very long, but it does give you some information as to what's been added, changed, and maybe how to do certain things. So this map can be found over at lsfarming-mods.com, and there is a link in the description below to that. Also a link to basically the versions page. On there is a changelog button. Strongly encourage you to click that, like I said, and read through the changelog, not just of the release version of 1.0.0.6, but also of the previous beta iterations of this version, because it all is going to have great information. And you may need to use Google Translate. I use a Google Translate plugin, so it's translated to English for me on my browser. May not be that for you, so get the Google Translate plugin for Chrome. Highly recommended for these German sites and other sites that don't put English. Also a changelog included with the download RAR, and it is in German, kind of difficult to understand. So here we are for your start point. Go ahead and take a look at the map itself. So it's very, very similar to the Hof Bergmann that we looked at previously, except there is a big section down here that has been added since we last looked at it. We are in new farmer mode, so take a look at the lands. On the main farm here, field 5, and then this horse pasture off to the side. Big field 12, 1.2 million. Big meadow, field 17, almost $1 million. Of other things, animal pastures, we have cow pasture, $73,000. Sheep area, $72,000. Have a pig production area, pig breeding, $424,000. Orchard, $270,000. Second orchard, $192,000. The greenhouse area. Another orchard here, $34,000. Have a placeable spot here for placeable buildings, $27,000. A couple forested areas, $291,000 and $143,000 respectively. So this map has all of our standard crops that are available on the map, including clover and rye. So those are two additional crops. Take a look here at the sell points. You can see that there are 5 main sell points that accept most of our crops, and then a smattering of other sell points that are going to accept random things. Is lots of production on the map. This map does not require global company. In fact, it is recommended that if you have global company in the mod folder, that you take it out just to make sure there aren't any issues. Produce pig food. Also have goat milk. We have corn, what looks like corn silage. Here we have our clover. We have, this is, I believe, compost. We have basically dead animals, dead hides. That's what that is. We have the ability to make normal cheese and goat cheese, butter. We have meat production. We have apples and pears. We have cabbage or lettuce, tomatoes, green peppers. This is our rye. And have flour. Have bread, biogas. Have, oh, this is honey. Okay. We have apple juice. We have wine. We have our hay and straw pellets if you have that activated. From the starting equipment, we have a fair bit of starting equipment here. Some of this isn't really equipment. Some of it is other things. We'll go over that in a little bit of detail later. All of it is owned. None of it is leased. Do not have any animals in the animal pens from the start, and we do have contracts available on the map. So let's take a look at that starting equipment. This is going to be a long list. First thing you notice when we open up our owned items is we have a whole bunch of these LSFM big boxes. More on that in a little bit. These are basically ownable boxes. Bread boxes, fillable milk can, holds 120 liters of milk. We have buckets, 100 liters each. We have some placeable bale storage, placeable square straw bales, round storage for grass, silage bales, round bales for hay storage. Have a livestock trailer, is modified to accept chickens. Listed here, but we can transport chickens in here. 144 poultry boxes, horses, calves, cows, sheep, breeding pigs, and pigs. So of note here, we have breeding pigs, we have calves, and we have poultry boxes. We have the John Deere Gator from the Gator pack that's included with the map. Download, we have the universal trailer or universal tank pack. We have this tank trailer. We have then the Fent favorite mod that is included with the download, as well as the 313 Vario and the Armatrack 1104. Stock 515, 724 Vario, 7250 Pro, 155 John Deere. So we have a fair bit of tractors at the start. The New Holland EX32 Harvester. We have the Kramer that is also included with the download. Included with the map is a Ford Transit van. Will basically help you transport cargo to and from various locations on the map. We have an AgriLiner TKD 302 trailer, HW80 trailer, SEK 802 trailer, the silo hopper that is included with the map. That is a custom auger wagon. More on that in a bit. We have the TX32 header, POH 5 plow, Spirit R300S seeder, and then we have the Kuhn fertilize spreader, front mower, header, forage wagon. We have 3 different loading arms, have a set of buckets, set of adjustable pallet forks. Notice that is custom with the map. Our skid steer, high dump bucket, pallet fork, and bale spear, framer, weights, auto load belt. Have another pair of universal trailers. Have the big bag lifter, part of the map, portable toolbox, and then we go into farm shed, placeable pressure washer, 2, 3 rainwater tanks. These hold 4,000 liters each. What they do, collect rainwater, filling automatically when it rains, and water can be removed with a tank trailer. Pretty cool. So that is the starting equipment. Let's go back here to the vehicles and take a look at the things that are included with the map. We have the Flegel transport pack. This is included with the map. This is the custom animal trailers. The John Deere pack that is included with the download was a custom John Deere Gator, trailer to go with that, water trailer to go with the Gator, and then it has been modified to work with the manure hose mod. Basically has some John Deere Gator colored hoses you can get. Have the LSFM trailer pack that is included with the map, and shuttle tank, Atra shuttle tank, several different trailers and tanks to be used, as well as hoses. That is also now compatible with the hose mod. Here is the transit van in the cars area. Van with all kinds of different configurations. And I think that just about do it. Now we've got the Kramer here. Okay. Under tools, we have that custom auger wagon I mentioned earlier. Silo hopper. Now, this is going to be used to fill certain silos on the map. This will accept lime, seed, fertilizer, pig food, and flour, wheat flour, whole grain. I forget what the description for this. I think it's actually whole grain. So we'll show a little bit of how this would work. We're not going to go into a whole deep dive on that. Have our bag lifter, our rear deck. There is included universal trailer and the portable toolbox here under tools and miscellaneous. But the bulk of what we're going to find here on this map in the store is under objects. All of these custom objects. Great. All of this is custom with the Hof Bergmann map. See what kinds of fill types are going to be able to be put into this thing. So fillable wood box, cage box, big box, fillable fruit crate, bread box, vegetable crate, vegetable carton. We go into backing yeast, going to be used basically to make bread. Wood chip bag. Packaged wood chips in the sack are required for frying the oven in the bakery at the courtyard. Is the viable variant of wood chip sacks. Also make wood chip sacks yourself with the big bag max. About that here in a little bit. Bags of dog food. We can get seedlings for lettuce. Go into our greenhouses. Have Reuben TT. This is additive for making seeds. You have the ability to do seeds here on the map. Go take a look at the pallets. We have a barrel of diesel fuel 200 liters. Get a pallet of diesel fuel, 400 liters. Then we can get a transport pallet. This is kind of handy because you can put things on this pallet and then strap things down to the pallet. Production equipment. Make butter. I'm going to basically take milk, make butter. We have the juice master. It's going to take apples and basically make juice out of it. Got fert mixer. It's going to basically be a mobile mixing station for the production of liquid fertilizer. Water and fert mix granules are required for production. Have fert mixer SLD. This is a mobile mixing station for producing solid fertilizer. Raw materials are required for production: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Front of the loader attachment facilities. Front loader attachment facilitates transport of the fert mixer. Beekeeping, we have a honey extractor, honeycomb blanks, tub for honeycombs, honeybees, 20,000 honeybees, and a refillable honey bucket. Bales, we have all of our standard in-game bales, and then we have a couple custom round and square bales for the map. Under miscellaneous, we have the bucket we can buy, fillable butter barrel, going to be for butter only, fillable milk can, have a barrel, general purpose barrel that is used to fill and store apple juice. And then big bags, we have our standard bags, and we also have forage big bag, whole grain, seed big bag, solid fertilizer, lime, chicken food, pig food, horse food, and we have Fert Pro granulate big bag. This is used for the production of liquid fertilizer at the fert mixer. This made reference to these raw materials. I'm not really sure where you get these raw materials unless we're going to buy them on the map somewhere in bulk. We're going to need to look for that. So that's kind of a store. And oh my gosh, that is crazy. Oh, wait, we're not done. Replaceables. We have even more to talk about. Bale storage. Put down various types of bale storage. This map includes support for maize straw or corn straw made from corn stalks. Also make maize silage by wrapping corn stalks. Interesting there. Have round bale storage for forage. Square bale straw storage, hay storage, square storage for maize straw, square storage for maize straw silage, and square bale storage for compost made with the Bale Master. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Fruit trees, we can put down an apple tree or a pear tree. Now, these trees are a little interesting. The way I read the changelog, these trees just bear fruit every 5 days. Doesn't seem that they require fertilizer of any sort or water of any sort. They just seem to bear fruit every 5 days, as I read the changelog. Sheds, we've got our standard in-game sheds. We've got the pellet hulls from the straw harvest pack because we activated that, and then we have the farm shed. No farmhouses. Beehives. We can put down a yellow, white, or red beehive. Beehive serves as dwelling for bees and production for honey. Animal pens. No custom animal pens. Our miscellaneous also have rainwater tank by pour down. Productions. We have the Bale Master. This is a stationary square baler for the production of compost bale. Put that down, put compost in, get wrapped compost bale out. Under silos, we have our standard in-game silos. Then we have bunker silos for maize silage, bunker silo for grass silage. It includes clover support. We have a large, we have a large storage silo used for storing almost any types of products. Dispenser silo. This is going to be used for, here we go, nitrogen, phosphate, and whatever K was, I forget. This is what we're going to use to then get those things in solid fertilizer. Okay. Grain silo. And then we can always put down a little sandcastle, wherever we might want. Oh, deep breath. I think that actually 20 minutes into the video, we're done with the general overviews. So, interesting enough, the sleep trigger has been moved to here, where the sleep trigger now is. Just like the older version, you sleep. Doesn't show you kind of the overview of farmhouse above. Get to look into the bedroom of the farmer, sleeping in his bed. Warriors, what are we going to do? So, something interesting. Let's take a look here. Come up here to this door. Enter cellar. What? Whoa. Now it's like, are we going into a dungeon? This turned into some sort of hack and slash. No. We are underneath the farmhouse now, and this is where we can take and produce wine from our apple juice. We bring barrels of wine down, or barrels of apple juice down here. Again, made from the apple press. It's all in the shop from the apple trees that we get out of the orchard. And bring it down here once it's been put into barrels. Either buy those barrels from the shop, all that, or we can have someone make the barrels. We'll look at that in a little bit. Turn them into wine. Wine can be sold at our farm shop or in town. How you get to the cellar. Their dog, if you kind of player that keeps dogs. Then, as we continue our farm tour, here's where we have our chickens. Now, the water trough is basically this water tray. Okay. And obviously the blue pipes, anybody who's watched a recent video of mine knows that we activate the animal pen extension for the purpose of, one, helping identify where the water trough is, and two, so that we can then see if there is built-in support for that mod or not. The fact that these are placed like this tells me that there's not built-in support for it, but that's not that big of a deal. Always just get in and move those around, place them where we want. It's going to be where we do our food. If we feed them with big bags of poultry feed. Here's where we can buy our animals. At one point, it was set up so that you couldn't buy them from here. Had to buy them from the animal dealer. That may have changed, or this may only work here. We'll have to check it out. It may only work here because of the fact that it's 8. You see a duck icon there. We can have roosters. We can also have ducks. Ducks will be walking around. Duck. Ducks will produce eggs. And the eggs, I believe, still spawn in here. Then you'll still need to basically bring those in boxes. Wheat, barley, rye, or corn. Eggs as well as reproduce. And here we have the farm shop where we're going to sell all kinds of our production. And there's an interesting thing about this shop. In the changelog, it talks about the player being able to go in and pick. Do you want the old shop or the new shop? I loaded this up with both. And the only real difference that I could see is that some of this stuff is populated product, new shop, and the product doesn't visually appear here, old shop. Here, these are all the things that you can kind of make, or most of the things you can make. There's boxes of apples and pears, totes of tomatoes, lettuce, red peppers, bread we can make, chicken eggs up there. Got our rounds of cheese, goat cheese, and regular cheese. We've got milk. We've got bags of potatoes, butter. Got almond flour, meat, all kinds of stuff. Where you would bring stuff that you sell here, or you can sell it to a village shop. This is going to be the bakery, where you come to do your baking. We bring bread dough pieces and wood chips, and we get bread out of this. There's a combustion chamber. Turn on the bread oven. I guess we can't turn it on because it's not hot. Over here, basically requires 1 bucket of water, half sack of flour, rye flour, 1 pack of yeast. Remember the yeast we bought in the shop. And we get bread dough, doughings. Then we take the doughings to here, fire it into bread. All that's done. No global company. John Deere stored away. General storage. Over here we have a little horse area. Horse. Horse is a horse, of course. There's the trigger for the upper door. There's the trigger for the lower door. Gate up, framer. You start out with a bag of horse food. And the horse requires oats, hay or hay pellets, water, and straw. There is our food trough. And our water trigger, I believe, is over here. Seeing it at the moment. Interesting because I should have water valves. So something else that this building is for is basically it is stored. You can use it to store loose hay or dry grass into hay. The way that would work is you're going to bring your either hay, your dried hay here, or your grass here. Then you're going to come up here and you're going to enter E to enter the hay dryer. Turn it on. Have a nice animated screen there. We can change the languages to English on the display. Now we can read it. Left mouse button, left and right extends the pipe. Get out. You can see the pipe is now extended. Remember earlier, that pipe was folded up against the building. Basically, we can bring grass, bring it into here, turn it on, basically go into the drying chamber. As it dries, then we can basically move it into the hay chamber. Or we could store straight hay into the hay chamber. Borrow this ladder. Take it around the front of the building. Okay. Door. I want the ladder in front of the door because it would knock me off. And then this is our hay chamber. So This is where we would see hay. Also bring or we could bring a belt out here and dump hay straight into this. Else is over here. Oh, no, no. We have bale stored up there. That is bale storage. So we have 87 bales of straw stored up there. Drop them out of here should we so want. Boom, there we go. This is our farm workshop. Custom icon. Here we have our pig area for the farm. Buy pigs or piglets. Okay. Pig. And let's get a little red piglet. Yeah, we got a little baby pig. Aren't you cute? We have our water trough. On the side here, we have where our manure is. Inside here, we basically have our food trough. And I believe our straw trigger is in here also. Then we have our slurry. And we can bring this and obviously hook up our hose system. That drop our hose probably in the pit. Take a look and see what the pigs eat. Pigs eat pig food, corn, or soybeans. Pig food gives them 100% effectiveness. Corn or soybeans gives them 70% effectiveness. So, you either buy pig food in big bags from the shop, or you come over here to this pig food mixer. The way this works is you come in here, and basically it takes potatoes and whole grain and makes pig food. Enter the Varamix, and basically then add your materials, turn it on. So what you would need to have happen, go in here and do automatic engine start off. That the Varamix can continue to run. You want it running. Then you would add your ingredients. And you can go in here and you can use the left mouse button to swing the pipe out to empty it into a trailer. Or there's a pipe out the back of this thing going over to silo. You can basically tip side to pig food silo. And then when you unload this, you can unload it into pig food silo. It takes a minute. You need to mix your product for a minute. You need to have the right ratio mix. Just like kind of mixing EMR, if you will. Then we have the pig food silo. This is configured to only hold pig food. Walk up here, we can open it, and we can dump pig food into here. You'll notice the pig food has a kind of a different look to it, like kind of crushed corn. If you had loose pig food, you can just dump it into there. Or if you have pig food in there, you can get a pipe. This used to be a way of getting rid of liquids that you don't want. So let's say your trailer has water that's left in it, and you want to basically empty the water. Come here, and you can basically pop the top on this lid, and then basically unload your trailer of product. This, so that then you could put more product into your trailer. That's for liquids. Kind of cool. Across the street, Got a storage building. And then we have this silo. This is one of the universal silos that's going to use that little mix. What is it called again? Use the silo hopper. So this can store anything that the silo hopper can store. So it's going to store pig food, lime, whole grain. Name off 3. The way that works is you're going to need to bring the silo hopper over here. You're going to get an option to connect it, hose hookup. Then you're going to have to toggle to the hose. You're going to get a connection, unload, store into this, and to get stuff out, you just come over here with a trailer and just fill from it. So we have our van that comes with the map. We've only scratched the surface, and I'm already 36 minutes into this video. Here we have storable fuel. Got already, it looks like a pallet of diesel. Has 400 liters in it. Saw maybe a have fuel in it too. Might just so happen have fuel in that too. We can also put fuel into this and then take it out. We have one of the bale stacks. Up here we hit R, eject bales. Another one of those universal silos over here. More bale stacks. I like how these bale stacks have full tarp over them. Equipment, that is the silo hopper, where we're going to draw water. Hose, hook this up to a tanker. This kind of a tank. There, it underneath would be the fill port. Digital gauge on there. Vehicle storage over there. For here, let's go ahead and take a look at this building. This building serves multiple purposes. First off, you can just store things in it. Belt. Got a nice little upper deck. Kind of a straw loft. Okay. But the other main purpose of this building is that you can store loose straw. So you would unload the straw here, come into here, just like the hay dryer, you would enter it, turn on the straw blower, start the engine, turn on the straw blower, and then at this point you would exit. Now it's going to be basically sucking in. You've got an animated belt there. At this point you would be sucking in the straw that you would be unloading, storing it. Turn it off. And on this end of the building, we have our pipe to get our straw out. Okay, pretty cool. Talked a little bit about making bags of wood chips. This is the LSFM Big Bag Max. Go in here, put product in the top, and then we can hit B to enable bag production. Dispense a bag's worth of product. Probably use this to make big bags of pig food, big bags of pretty much anything that is a big bag. Stop. Big bags of forage, whole grain, seeds, fertilizer, lime. Definitely use it to make bags of potatoes. I believe also. Here we have a large pool for slurry storage. Like how he's got added here racks for hoses. They can store hoses here. Hose racks on the tanks now. Hook up to this. Store. Add and withdraw your slurry from there. That used to, probably don't need that anymore. There's also over here hooks on this building now for additional hoses to be hooked up. I swear I'm going to try to get done the farm in an hour. I'm going to try. Here we've got bunkers, silage bunkers. Fill calf maize. Fills grass for making silage. Here we have bale stack for round bales, and these come with round bales. Pretty cool. This giant barcode label on them. Grass, silage. Oh, that's nice. So if you've got a bunch of different wrapped bales, maybe they're going to have different barcodes on them. Or interesting idea. This is a fermenter to ferment product into silage. We'll ferment grass, clover, hay, grass silage, or grass silage out of it. Same way the other stuff works is basically you would come up here to turn it on. I button. On at the moment. Product in it. Here we've got some storage racks for our front loader attachments, front loader equipment, our weights. Got some big bags up there. This is interesting. Watch this. Come up here and use the scroll wheel to lower or raise shelves. Here and pretty cool. Up the hill here, we have additional storage. Now, in the previous version, there was a seed maker in here. That's been moved. Additional storage, just like we can make pig food, we can make mixed rations with the same type of mixer. Probably really don't need to show you how this works again, other than the fact that normal hay, straw, silage, you make yourself the mixed rations after a minute of mixing. Have slurry storage for our cows. Have an water trough for the cows. Milk. Food trough. Straw trigger. And then over here, we have our calves. Very similar to the calves on Sandy Bay. Thinking they're the same. The previous iterations of Hof Bergmann have had calves in them. Now that I see this again, I'm thinking, yeah, that looks a lot like hay calves. Black calves, white calves, and oh, there's calves. Menu. Calves require milk or milk and straw. Side here, this is where we're going to loading our cows. Manure point up here. And these cows take either total mixed rations, wrapped, total mixed ration mixing ratio, maize silage, grass clover, hay, or pellets. Percentages have been changed up. Just feed grass, clover, hay, or hay pellets, 50% effective. Grass silage gives us 75% effectiveness. Maize silage is 85% effectiveness. EMR gives us 100% effectiveness. Can't mix and match. Okay, so you can't feed grass and maize silage. But the cows will only eat the best food type available. You have maize silage and grass, they won't eat the grass. Silage. Milk, slurry, manure. Goose. Have another one of those water tanks. Rainwater. Hose system. Okay, so this is the does dairy raw out buckets, roll it out trailer. Where we're going to make our cheese. Also use this where we can make our butter. Wanted to, we'd have to buy the butter maker. Walk up to this. Milk goes in. Goat milk makes goat cheese. It's going to be for cow milk. Goes in, makes regular cheese. Cheese is going to spawn here on these tables. Or we can basically put in milk, goat milk, or goat milk or cow milk. Goat milk, cow milk, basically whatever we put in one, we can get out of the corresponding. I have one more animal area to take a look at. Two more animal areas that are included with the main starting equipment, starting land. That is one across the street here. Horse or cow pasture. We have our water trough. We have our feed ring. Okay. These cows are going to be a little bit different. So water, no straw requirement, food, and they produce milk. They don't produce slurry, they don't produce manure. Milk is going to spawn here on this table as milk jugs. Right? Here we have horses. Water trough, food, and this particular horse area is hay, oat pellets, and water. Not require straw like the horse area that is at the main farm. Back. And while we're over here, let's talk about this animal area. This is one that we're going to have to buy. This is the sheep and goat area. Once we buy those, come up here and make use of it. Activate that, and let's go ahead and get a brown goat. Just for funsies' sake. Here's our goat. Hello, Mr. Goat. How are you doing today? We have our water trough here. Have the food trough. And then I believe the pallets of wool are going to spawn here. Bale wool. This is Bale Storage. Okay. I think the pallets of wool stop on here. You can actually bring them over here and store them on these racks. Take a look here at the animals. Goats, grass silage, or grass, hay, clover, and hay pellets. Wool, goat milk, and also check out highly doubt sheep are going to produce goat milk, but let's take a look. I know they might. You have to tell me. Something else that's over here that's worth noting while we're over here is this is one of the fruit orchards. Again, like I was saying, I believe the way this stuff works is they just produce fruit for you. Let me pause the video here. Let me add some money in so we can buy this area and see how it works. All right, now that we're millionaires, come in here and buy ourselves some more land. Now let's walk up here to one of these trees and see if it pops anything up. We're not getting anything come up in the information menu. Nothing in the F1 menu, which seems to be indicative that these don't have any sort of production properties. Don't need to put any input in order to get an output. I think these trees just produce fruit basically on a regular basis. Schedule. According to the store, or according to the changelog, looks like that might be every 5 in-game days. All right, so that is pretty much the main farm. Oops, we forgot. Sorry, we forgot one thing. It's across the street. So this is basically across the street from the main farm. See the silo over there for silage, barn tops, and everything. This is the seed master. Come in here, put your grain in here, put your liquid Reuben TT mix in here. Enter this. I'm going to uncover it. Start the engine. Turn it on. Then you can add your product. And then basically you let it process. And then you basically get seed. You can get seed out. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Here you have the hose hookups, that liquid. That down. Equipment over here. This is for basically tipping root crops or whatever we want. Tip into these bays. Come over here and we can hit left mouse button to basically turn on the fans. Have ventilation in the back of each of these bays. Fans on the back of the building will also be cool. We have compost bunkers over here where we're going to ferment our compost. We can left click to remove planks. Pretty cool. Why I'm not able to remove those. And then we can come in here and fill biomass. Pretty much anything that will rot is biomass. So hay, straw, grass, silage, manure, dead pigs, for example, come in here and become biomass. I have to compact this and basically then compost. This is the farm silo. Here's your dump point. That's your fill station. Out of the pipe. We have a little information screen. You can see what we can store in here: wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybeans, corn, and rye. And I believe as we add product, we're going to see the fill planes in each of these bays raise up. Another one of those universal silos over here. I don't have to use copy part 4. More fuel storage, and maybe we get another 200 liters of diesel fuel. And more of our farm equipment. Before we leave here and do a flyover, over here and check this out. This is pretty neat. This area here, we can't open it. Can't use it until we own it. So $22,000. Trigger, get back. Now we can open this up, and now we can basically use this for additional garage storage. Want to lift the gate, hold the mouse button down. Here for more equipment. Right click to down. Pretty cool. All right, so with that, let's go ahead now and get set up for a fly around. There's the main farm. Already explored that now. There's the silo area, the composter, everything. And let's head this way. Down. That is the goat area, the horse area, some fruit trees. VGA. Bunker on the outside, but there's plenty of room there where you could probably put another bunker in. Forested area. Grass areas that we could buy, and then we're coming in here to town. Lots of stuff going on in town here. Really can't afford the time to show you guys everything. Like, take well over many hours. But lots of these locations are going to accept things. They're going to buy stuff from you. For example, this place. This place is going to want to buy stuff, and that's where you're going to want to put it. Go here and we check this. These villagers, okay? These villagers are going to want a product from you. Basically going to want wood chips, buy wood chips from you, or potatoes. The way you would sell that to them is you would bring them bags of wood chips or bags of potatoes. There's a villager. Here's a villager. Pretty much going to have to look at the signs on the houses and try to extrapolate who villagers are for each house and which house is going to accept product. Not all of these houses accept product. Some of them do. Ones with the icons on them somewhere. So when in doubt, you're just going to have to look around a bit. Some of these, one of these is round back. Church is also a sell point for some products. Wine, one of them for sure. We have a sell point and kind of a bulk buy point. Products by our seed, fertilizer, lime, liquid herbicide, liquid fertilizer, Reuben PT product, also a sell point. Also store or buy Slurry from here. Movement. Cool. get water from the pond here, but I believe there might be a fee to that. Hose hookup's going to be in that little building. Have some more production type stuff going on here. Take a look at the map. Here we are at the inn. The inn is a buy point for various finished goods. Goat milk, cheeses, fruits, etc. There's one that's behind the back of the building. Here we have butcher. Here. Operation around front. Then we have Monsieur Butcher around back. I want to mess with this guy.
Servus.
Here we bring calves, sheep, rams, goats, chicken, ducks, pigs, piglets, or breeding pigs. This guy, and he makes meat. And he makes meat. Examples of some.
Servus.
Don't want to make enemies of this guy, or he might just make you go away. We have the farm shop, vehicle shop, and what's so cool about this is it is a live picture. Got them scattered around the map. We do have these telehandlers. I'm going to move this telehandler, or this forklift, right here. Okay. Let's go to the shop and pretend we want to buy something. Okay. Look, there's a forklift. This is a live picture of the store. I don't know how he does it, but I think it's so cool. Wish more maps would do. Custom shop icon. Front desk.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing? We have our service dealer over here with the customized repair and sell triggers. It's basically a sell point for animals or product. Okay. Talked about the sell point at the farm shop.
Hello.
This is the village shop. You can basically sell things here at the village shop if you wanted to. In fact, I think that's the farmer's wife because, well, when you sleep at night, well, I think she's there in the bed with you. Here we have the animal dealer, and this is one of the rare maps. It has animated animals at the animal dealer. Really nice touch. Come down here to transport your critters. Much everything can be transported, including, remember, chickens and ducks. Triggers in somewhere. Or basically, you have to have the trailer. You have to have the trailer down here to activate things. Up here on the hill. And this is a distillery. Distillery accepts
Servus.
apples here, and obviously makes
Servus.
spirits out of that. Except apple juice, sorry. Apple juice, rye, apples, or pears. Potatoes, corn. barley. They take all kinds of crop and grain and produce that would typically be fermented into beverage. This guy, he's got a little nastier job than the butcher. This is the guy you bring your dead critters to. He basically makes the dead critters away. But money. Might be saying dead critters. Why do I have dead critters? Oh, look. Before we do that, let's check out this animal area. This is a new one, I think. Another sheep and goat pen. Yeah, this is new. I haven't all seen this. More sheep and goats. Hold on. And inside here we have the food trough, water trough. That's where we're going to get wool, goat milk, grass silage, grass, hay, clover, and hay pellets. Get our goat milk out of here. Or if it spawns somewhere, I don't really see a table. Spawn at a table. Now, we were talking about dead animals. Down here, we have the pig breeding area. Fattening pigs. This area can be a little bit, well, maybe a little bit too realistic. Out of the trigger. Trigger on the ground. Sometimes flying around makes this a can't open thing. And in here we have 3 buildings. All 3 do the same thing. Buildings 1, 2, and 3. Come over here and we can basically buy breeding pigs, red or white. Okay, these are different than regular pigs. Breeding pigs. Pig food, corn, soybeans. They make milk, slurry, animal cadavers, water, and straw. Then they not only reproduce, well, they die. The circle of life, if you will. Food trough in here. Slurry or straw trigger. Have our water trough. Another universal tank there. Slurry points for buildings 1, 2, and 3. And then we have manure here. I don't recall if we have to scoop the manure out or if somehow we have 3 basically heaps that spawn in here. Or root crops or whatever else we want to store in here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And our dead pigs spawn in here. You hear the flies? You hear the flies flying around? So our dead pigs will spawn in here when they spawn in here. And they're this nasty discolorated look thing. And you have to pick them up and put them in a trailer and haul them up to the skinner guy. Skinner guy will get rid of your pig. Or you pick them up, you put them in a trailer, you haul them to your compost bunker, and you toss them in there, and then they turn into biomass. And you compact them, crush them, cover them in a blanket with all your other biomass, and they turn into compost. I have an interesting production, if I say so myself. All right, let's head on over this way. And we're coming over here to the orchard. But greenhouses. We have 8 greenhouses here. And we have to own all of these areas before we can do any production with them. So in here, they have little icons on them to show you what they do. So the lettuce, remember we have to buy lettuce saplings from the store. Bring those here, and we basically put them in greenhouses. And manure or compost, water, and seedlings, lettuce seedlings, and we get lettuce. Okay. I think we put the manure right inside the door here, remembering from the other version of the map, and the water back. Then we dump it in here. I think we dump it in here. Kind of hard to get manure. Water. Again, all of this stuff is set up for the hose system. We also have green peppers. These we don't have to do seedlings. They kind of have plants here. Once we add product, they start up growing. Manure, compost, and water, and we get red peppers. Same holds for the tomatoes. Here. Manure, compost, and water. Tomatoes. Got over here our dairy operation. And you're going to need to basically sell your milk. You're going to have to hook it up to the hose system. Right there. Right next door, this is going to be not only a sell point, this is also a mill. Okay, so you can sell your grain here by dumping it right there, or you bring it over here. And if you dump it into here, okay, you can make a couple different things with it. You gotta come up here and you gotta talk to this guy. And wheat, barley, oats are whole grain, and you get whole grain out of it. You can either get whole grain as bulk out of the pipe, or you get whole grain spawned as big bags. Talk to this guy here. This guy will do rye and rye flour. Depends on what you put in there. Put rye in there, you talk to this guy. Put all the other products in there, you talk to that guy. You have a Manitou Manitou forklift that we can use to move the products around. We're going to make our way. Almost done. Almost done, guys. I know last few videos have been big. They're kind of complex maps. They've got a lot going on. This is another cow pasture. Okay. And we got to own it, use it. Got to pay to play, buddy. Pay to play. Food, water trough, and these, just like the other ones down across the street, total mixed rations, maize, grass silage, grass clover hay, water. They make milk, reproduce milk. This time around, we have to use this milking machine. So as the cows operate the milking parlor, turn it on. Okay, we have 4 stalls for 4 cows. If we turn it on. Well, hello, ladies. Don't mind me. I'm just running the machine. So we start it with enter. We turn the engine on. We start the milking process. Basically, they will draw milk, if you will, out of the cows, quote unquote, and it basically will spawn in, I believe, as jugs. Or you might be able to bring a trailer in here now and pull it out. Or this might tell you how much bulk milk there is to be milked, and then you got to use the robot in order to basically extract it into jugs. Don't really know. Haven't had a chance to actually play this version of this map. Kind of iterating from what I've experienced with the previous version. And here we have the sawmill. You want to put your logs here. Then you're going to talk to this dude in order to sell your wood. Got your wood chips there. Another forest area. So your products are your put your trees down on. This area over here has been added. Another little town. The horse area here. Horse area is pretty much just a buy sell point. Sell point for bales and animals, kind of just like the other one. Bring your trailer up here and basically sell animals from there. Bakery. Bakery here is where we can probably bring our bread.
Hello.
Once we make the bread, let's just check. Sell point. Bakery. It's going to take eggs, milk, goat milk, butter, flour, bread, all the typical things you would think a baker would want. And trigger is here. I believe this is going to open up. Come in here with a vehicle. Here we have a buyable placeable area. Buy this area for placeables, should we wish. That's pretty cheap. $27,000. Once we own that, doors. And then the final two areas we're going to take a look at. The land market is, once again, another kind of sell point and bulk buy point. Buy various products. Lime, feed, fertilizer, all of your liquid products, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, and the Reuben TP mix. Very last spot we're going to take a look at here is a larger orchard. Here, again, if you don't own it, can't use it, can't get in. Come over here and take a look. We have our armor track is in there. One of our trailers is in there. Can't get it out. Own it. Hell, we own it. Or get access to our tractors. And these forks, these are pretty cool. Of course, raise and lower, tip. Okay. If we toggle to the forks, okay, left and right, we'll move forks. I got a scroll wheel, so sometimes I can't exactly go straight left and right. So we're getting weird actions. That's kind of cool. And again, these don't have any sort of pop-up when you walk up to them. I think they just produce fruit every so many days. Also have some greenhouse or beehives over here. And the beehives require honeybees and honeycomb frames. Get honeycombs over time. 3 here, or of course we could buy more from the shops. 4 here, or we could buy more shop. So guys, that is kind of a overview, a long overview of Hof Bergmann version 1.0.0.6. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please go ahead and click that like button. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this iteration of Hof Bergmann? Playing Hof Bergmann for a while, new to you, interested in playing it, let me know. Till next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.